Hi, it's Will from StormWithCastle.com, and here on YouTube you know me as Epic Fantasy, and this is my latest tutorial. This is a fun little project, although a long video. The video is about 20 minutes long. It's kind of long, but it's actually pretty easy to make this project, and you don't need a whole lot of supplies. This is an origami bonsai tree. You know, we were talking here about combining different disciplines, and you know, a couple of things bounced up like origami and blacksmithing, which is something that's going to come up. I'm going to do some of that, origami and bonsai. So we figured we'd make an origami bonsai tree. And that's what we got right here. It's kind of fun. Look, let's take a closer look. See, it's wonderful. And for this project, you don't need a whole lot of stuff. A brown paper bag, just like this lunch bag here, that's the tree. The flowers and the leaves are some colored paper, right? 1-inch squares. We end up cutting 1-inch squares. The pot and the base are some paper, right? Some bigger pieces of paper. See, this is the pot. We made another one. And that's it. Origami bonsai tree. I will take you through the whole process of how to fold everything. How to make the tree, how to fold the pot, how to fold the little tiny flowers, and the leaves, which are actually a nice little fold. So we'll launch that into a second right after we do the intro, but thanks for watching my videos. Thanks for subscribing if you're a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, hit that button. Always fun, interesting, creative stuff. You just never know what's going to come at you. I got some amazing stuff coming up, all kinds of different kinds of projects. So if you like to be challenged and see different things and learn different types of techniques and stuff, hit that subscribe button. Leave me a comment, leave me a message, give me project suggestions, because I do listen to suggestions and I do read all comments. You know, and I respond often to many comments, and I thank you very much for that. So let's launch into the intro and then do how to make an origami bonsai tree. Dioramas, origami, catapults, and trebuchets, telescopes, terrariums, bonsai trees, and paper games, swords and shields, and real blacksmithing, model rockets, animation. I teach the art of real creation. StormWithCastle.com. Let's make something. Okay, let's make the tree first. You're probably excited to make that part. And you just start out with a brown paper bag like this. And you cut it down the middle, because these are going to end up to be the trunk and the main branches. I'll take a look at it, and you can cut yours different ways. Maybe cut it in quarters like this, but not all the way through to the very end of the bag, because that doubled up section at the base of the bag, that's actually the base of the tree and where the trunk is. I know it's interesting what we do here is because you actually follow a process that I follow and I talk about many times. And you start with the rough stuff, the rougher details, and then you move slowly on to the finer details. So fold the bag like this to make the base. See it? It's the base of the tree, and some of that we're going to cut later and turn into roots. Hey, next time if you take a brown paper bag like this to lunch, after you eat your lunch, you could actually fold it up and make a tree out of it. That would be quite something, you know. I would. Show a little creativity. So twist it up a little bit. Now twist everything together down the bottom there to make the base of the tree trunk, you know. And then start to break it out into different main branches. And you know, as many as you want. You can have 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. The main branches have a lot of paper. Do some twisting of those, and then we're going to actually break it out into smaller branches as we go towards the end. See? Cut it again. Now one main branch becomes 2 smaller branches, and those can become 4 smaller branches or 6 or 8 smaller branches. You just branch out like that, and I won't show you the whole tree. But you do that in all your main sections. I've said the word branch enough. I'm not saying it anymore. Nice. See? Now you get the idea. Tinker with that and grab yourself a few lunch bags and experiment. And as you go, you can seal it with Mod Podge or white glue and water. 50-50 white glue and water if you want. And when you're done making the tree, you should seal it all anyway. There we go. So now the thing is all just about done. A little bit of detail work. Now you do the same thing with the roots. You can leave it like that, but make a few snips. And then separate those sections into root sections, like this. And do less branching out. Darn it, I said the word again. So, okay, so now let's fold the pot. I'll take you through this whole process, show you how to do it. with one square of paper. Use a large square of paper. I think that's an 11-inch square of paper. Fold it diagonally like this. Oh, and if you have paper, origami paper that's colored on one side, start with the colored side up. That is I just measured the paper, that is a 10-inch square of paper. Then fold it diagonally the other way and unfold it. Now flip it over. And we're going to do a couple more folds. Except this time it's side-to-side folds, not diagonal. Fold it like this, crease it. And unfold it. Now this whole section here, and then you turn it and you do it one more time. Turn it like this and fold it side to side. And crease it and unfold it. Now it's interesting what we're doing here, and I believe if this is called either the box base or the bird base. I can't remember, I should look that up. But this is a standard origami fold. If you know this fold, you can actually branch out and do all kinds of other origami stuff. So, yeah, so now watch this. Take those ends like this and do that. Bring them together. And look how that folds like that. See that? That's amazing. That is the standard origami fold. You see that in a lot of different folds. And now we're going to transform this into our little pot for our tree. So fold it up. Now notice how all the edges were on the bottom towards you. There's like, 4 or 5 or 6 edges down there. So fold it up, then fold it down like this, not to the center, but a little bit away from the center, just to get a crease. Fold it up. Now fold the point to that crease you made, right there. And fold it down, and then fold it down one more time. All right, let's get a closer look in here. Right to that edge. Now that little process we did where we folded the tip up and then we folded it all down, we're going to do that 4 times. So fold the flap over like this, do it and do the same process. Fold up to the point. Fold down, not all the way to the crease, just to make yourself a crease. Unfold it. Fold to that crease. Fold it over and then fold it over one more time to the center line. Now, don't fold the flap over, turn the whole thing over to do the next one. See? Now you do that process 2 more times. I'll let you watch, I won't talk, you've seen it already. I'll fold that flap over like this. There you go, 4th time. Now you do it the 4th time. If you've never done any origami, don't be afraid of this. So this is a pretty easy fold, you'll get it. If you've done origami, you know this is easy. Oh, and you know that base we started with that I was talking about? It's either the bird base or the box base. Actually do that same thing for the flowers. Looks good. Now, fold that flap open like that. Flip it around and fold the flap open again on that side like that. Now we're going to reduce the sides on this. It's going to quickly come into shape here. See that point? Going to go to that point there. We're going to fold it over to the center here. There is a crease there, you just can't see it very well. Fold that point to that right there, that juncture. Flatten it out. We do that 4 times on all the flaps. Oh, and that tool there is called a bone folder. If you work with paper, you want to get one of those. So fold that point. Fold the other flap into that point. crease it down. Then you flip it over and you do the same thing. There you go, very good. So now, fold it up like this, right along that crease. Right? Let's get an even closer look. Right there, there is a crease on the inside. You fold on that crease like this. So now we're going to reduce those sides. Pick up one flap like that and pinch it like this. See it? And then fold it down so the edges meet. Right here, we're going to show you right there. That edge meets along this edge right there. That's how you want to fold it. So what happens is it juts out on the left there. But be careful you get the pinch right, and we'll do it one more time here. So grab that flap and bring it up, and see this, pinch those two together just like that. Not the whole thing, those inner ones. And then fold along so those edges match. Right, like that. That's it, you've done two of them. Well, let's fold it, let's flatten it down. And you've done two of them, then we'll flip it over and do the other side. Now fold it down, and now everything juts out on the left and right, which is quite okay. And see, you know, so that's Sophie doing this fold. People are always asking me, hey, trim your fingernails, or hey, who's that? How come you look like you got girl hands? That's Sophie. Give her a thumbs up for doing this project. It was her idea, and she did all the work. I actually, so flatten those out. Just take a minute to flatten those out nice and neat, like that. And I actually said, you know, I'll reshoot this project, this part, folding it myself, and I made 5 of them. And none of them, I shot 5 videos, like 5 of those little plant pots that I made, and none of them were as good as this one, so I'm sticking with Sophie's video. So give her a thumbs up for doing a nice job here. So now fold that flap over like this, just to crease it, and then open it up and tuck those ends in like that. See it, tuck it in? And I was yammering on, but I'll show you that again in case you missed it. So we'll do it on the other side. Next we're going to tuck that in. Well, let's see. So now you get that. We're just looking. So you see that excess piece there? Fold it, decrease it, and then tuck it underneath. Go back, tuck it towards the back and inside, just like that. So now we'll do it again on the right, and I'll walk you through it step by step. So fold it over to crease it, just to crease it, and then open it. Now there's 2 flaps, right? Tuck them both inside along that crease. See? And there we go. So now that excess flap, fold it up to crease it, and then tuck it back and inside. We are almost done. If you make this, you're going to be very proud of this. And it's actually an easy fold to remember. It's not that complicated. So flip it over and do the other side. I'll walk you through it again. Fold on the crease like this. See it? Pick up the flap and pinch it. And then fold it down so those edges meet. Do the same on the right. Pick up that flap and pinch it. Fold it down so those edges meet. And then flatten it all out. Now let's reduce the left and rights. What you do is you fold it to crease it. Open it up, and there are 2 flaps. Tuck them both in so they disappear. Just like that. That one looks really good. You can see that really clearly. Tuck them both in. Very nice. Now that excess flap. Let's do that excess flap. Oh, I cut the video a little bit. That's okay. You fold it over just to crease it, and then tuck it back inside, and it disappears. One more. We're almost done here. Hang in there. Fold the flap over to crease it. Open it up. There are 2 flaps. You tuck them both in. Nice. That excess flap, crease it. Tuck it in. Okay, almost done. Let's make a plant pot out of this. Can you see how it came together? Probably looks like an elf hat too. So now we're going to crease it along here. We're going to fold it for the crease, and right about there for another crease. Well, that line right there is how deep you want your pot to go. So you can vary where you fold that. So fold it there. And fold it. That next crease is right about where the point is anyway. So it's a good, so you fold it again. See that? Just to get the crease. Now we're going to, like magic, make it 3-dimensional. Thanks for sticking with this video. This fold video is about 12 minutes long, and that's a lot, I realize. Open it up. See that? Look at that. It's amazing. Origami just amazes me. So now you can smoosh it down, and watch this. See, now it's a big pot. You can leave it like that for flowers, but if you want a bonsai dish, they're supposed to be shallow. You fold it in on that crease you made, like this. Watch this. You know, bonsai dishes are shallow because you want to inhibit root growth. So they specifically have very shallow dishes. I have a lot of stuff on my website about bonsai too, if you're interested. And I got more coming. So just work on that a little bit. It takes a little bit of practice because the paper is going in the opposite direction. But you tuck it in like that. And there you go. The pot is done. Nice. Send me a picture if you make it. So let's continue on. Now, grab yourself some green paper or, well, any other colored paper you want. Snip the 4 corners like this so it'll fold. And, you know, this is optional to do it this way. But then it makes like a little, wonderful little bubble kind of thing. I don't know what you call it. And then you can, you know, work on it and get it the right size. And then you can squeeze it right inside your pot to make your ground base. Isn't that nice? And you would glue it in. Then you glue your tree we made earlier, glue that right on top. Trim it as you need to. So let's take a look at the flowers and the leaves. I know you want to look at that because that's really quite dramatic. The flowers and the leaves are beautiful. We used a plain color for the flowers and a kind of a spackled paper for the leaves. And you can even get plain green and then paint it with a little bit of paint to make your leaves kind of variegated, like different colors and streaks in them. And for this, all the pieces are 1-inch square. So cut yourself 1-inch squares. That's if you want them all uniform and a nice size. You can even cut them smaller squares if you want. And then let me show you how to fold the flower. This is another fold coming up. Hang in there. I know this is a lot. I know. Hey, pause the video and take a break. Go get yourself a Pepsi or something. Now watch this. We're going to do the same fold. We're going to start out the same way we did with the flower pot. You fold it triangular like this from corner to corner. And you unfold it. Then you fold it triangular like this from corner to corner. Ooh, sorry about the fuzziness. There's only a little bit in this video. There's a little bit more fuzziness coming. That's okay. Hang in there. All right, and you unfold it. Then you fold it side to side, edge to edge. You flip it over and you fold it edge to edge. And the reason why I flip it over is because it helps with the way you're going to fold this into either the box fold or the box base or the bird base. Right? Hey, if you know which base this is, leave a comment. You get extra bonus points. So you fold it edge to edge, unfold it, fold it one more time, edge to edge, and unfold it. Right? Now grab those diagonal lines like this and bring them together, and look at that. Just bring them together and flatten it out, and there you go. There's the base. It's an amazing thing. See it? Do it one more time. You grab that diagonal, See how that wants to go that way? You grab that diagonal, you bring those edges together, and it just comes together just like that. It's almost, I think that's how they do a fortune cookie, you know. I think that's how a fortune cookie is folded. Right? Except with the fortune cookie, it's not flat, it's kind of rounded. So let's now let's make the flower. And a lot of it is folding to the center line. And it's a lot of repetition to go all the way around to make all the various, it's almost like a carnation, I guess you could say. Kind of looks like a carnation. Maybe this is a carnation. Now you open it and then you squash fold it. See that? Isn't that amazing? That's called a squash fold. Fold it to the center line. And oh, and I didn't mention it, but we're using these, we're going to do these two folds for the flower and the leaf with large paper so you can see it. We're not making flowers this size, although you could. But we used our 1-inch squares. But it was too difficult to video that, so that's why we're using the larger paper here. See that? You opened it up, you creased it, and then you squash fold it. Flip it over. All right, fold to the center, squash fold it, fold that flap over, fold to the center, and squash fold it. Open it up and squash fold it. You know, if I'm not mistaken, I think I have 4 or 5 videos that are shot and done for projects. I got to edit the the videos to post it to YouTube, and that takes a lot of time. So now let's start to work on this. That's why. But I got a lot of stuff coming up, and we have a whole list of projects that we're going to be doing, and I'm going to have a lot of fun. I got more blacksmithing coming, more armor making. I got a very special knife project coming up that I think you're going to really like, and I actually am embarking on an adventure that you might be interested in learning about. That'll be fun. So follow that fold. So there's a lot of repetition. Fold them so you get even. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. You want them even. 4 and 4. And then fold it again. See that? And there's where the magic happens. Isn't that something? It was worth it. All that hard work, but you end up with a beautiful little flower. Now, Straighten it out a little bit. Clean it up, pinch them over. If you want them to have a nice billowing shape, you pinch them. And there we go. Make yourself a whole bunch of them. Now the leaf pattern. And same applies. We used 1-inch square paper to make our little leaves for the bonsai tree. And this was easy. We're almost done here. We're going to put it all together and finish it off. Fold to the center, and then you fold to the center so the edges meet. I'll fold it at an angle like this. Fold it at another angle, see that along that crease like this. And there you go. Simple as that. Billow them a little bit, pinch them a little bit, and you have your double leaves. It's almost like, it reminds me of holly leaves. That's it. You made your leaves. Piece of cake. So now it's just a matter of gluing the leaves and the flowers onto the tree. See that? Aren't they cute? They're tough. They're a little bit trickier to do when they're that small. Hot glue works great for this. But for a lot of them, now not every single flower has leaves. You're going to put a lot of leaf doubles on the tree. But where there is a flower, you might want to do something like this. You know, add a leaf to it. It makes a big difference. Because the flower doesn't just stick out of the tree on its own. And then you glue it on. And if you have a hot glue gun, use that. It's so much easier. So repeat this pattern to fill out that tree as much as you want. That's it. Give Sophie a thumbs up for a wonderful project she did here. Thanks for watching this video, and thanks for watching all the way to the end. This is a long video. I think this is the longest video I've ever made. It's almost, well, it comes out to be almost 28 minutes long. Wow. If you hop through to look at different things, that's quite okay. If you make this tree, be sure to send me a picture. I will put it on my website. I have lots of origami there at stoneandcastle.com. I have lots of bonsai there. I have lots of arts and crafts projects, all kinds of paper projects, and I got a lot more coming. Thanks for watching, and thanks for subscribing to my channel. Here's a couple more videos. We're going to see the just leaves like that, the double leaves. Let's take a look at a couple more videos that you might be interested in doing. And check my playlists. If you have a particular subject you're interested in, blacksmithing, origami, dioramas, paper weapons, cardboard weapons, foam board weapons, check the playlists. Different video games like Skyrim and Assassin's Creed. I got playlists, Lord of the Rings, for all of that stuff. Okay, well, thank you.